Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? You ready?
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first two NFL seasons. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Brees. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushed him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
180. 52 right here. 52. Hey, let's get in that hole.
Gone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The 4-time All-Pro Johnny Hecker is on to punt for L.A. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will get the football at their 20.
180.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years. Nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
At the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
5-9.
Here's Breeze to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 91 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Saints 7, Rams nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Line 20. Rip left, rip left. 49, check 49, check 49. Ric Flair. Tiger, Tiger. Hey, Haywood.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Again, Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustmants.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 42-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Running with Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ready, yellow lady. 58, come on. Check.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ready, yellow lady.
Now Breeze on third down. And Thomas has it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 41.
Hey, exit. 24.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a second and long.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack on first down, Breeze. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Ready.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
58, right over there. Hey, Charlie.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Corey Littleton in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got room. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Here's Goff. Airing it out deep for Woods. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Second and 10, Goff again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Goff throwing again. Going up top for Kupp. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And the Saints first down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Switch up. 53. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Watch 41. Watch 41. They got tight up. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Where's that? That's trash. 24.
Breeze now on first down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. It's David Long, the rookie from Michigan, who picked it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Gone. He's letting it fly and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 8-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Check. Coaching, spill.
First down, New Orleans.
Hey, kill.
Breeze now on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Breeze now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Hey, Alpha.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 42 yards out. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Goff now looking to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. Now gone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Like 20.
54. In your face.
3rd and long. It's gone. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Goff now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Let's bring it.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Get up.
3rd, gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They run it again with Kamara. He'll have a first down past the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Ready, cut.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 44. Breeze. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Check tight. Check tight. 58. Come on. 58. Come on. Get ready. Get ready. Come on.
On 2nd and 7. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
I got 90. Kill. We want it. Come to my world. 24 is the money. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 0-2.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. To the football, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. As his guys are in for 6, and the Rams have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking.
It got his man complete. 39 yards there, a big one.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. To try again after the sack. Brees. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. You're good, you're good. Right forward, ready. Check.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Kamara. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Breeze going to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. He's been the go-to Play there on third down, went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
95, 56.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. They find some open field here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Hey, 7.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Kill.
Now Kamara.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
They come out here in the eye. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run it in with Murray. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abuka. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Again, it's Murray. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's get it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for New Orleans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.